Brocklehurst with me. He's the bald guy on the right. I'm the bald guy on the left, Daryl Ledyard. And I had a caricature that I put on the promotion
I'll have to
today,
look for that.
so I could look as cool as you do with all your caricature pictures there.
I had that made. There's when in my DJ days, I was at a corporate event, and my daughter was with me, and the guy was a bit bored, and he said, "Do you want your pictures doing?" I went, "Why not? Go ahead." So he did both me and my daughter on one, and I used mine, and she uses hers. So two for the price of one. It came out really good. Made me look better than real life.
How now it's become your kind of official profile picture, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's great.
Well, if you're joining us tonight, thank you for being here. It's going to be one of those nights where we're going to have a release of something cool at 6:00. We've already teased it last week, so we'll just basically tell you, look, if you only are here for Steve Steele and you've got football to watch or something else, come back at 6:00 Eastern time. That's when we'll release that. The reason why we're holding it off is so that everybody gets a chance, because there's a limited number of these that he's going to do. Here's the thing: we all care about software being here 4 or 5 years down the road and being redeveloped and improved and everything like that. So, with that in mind, we have to keep things monthly because it's going to be constant, ongoing efforts from Steven to keep that going. But I can totally see where I'm a lifetime guy. Like, I like to buy lifetime, enterprise, anything that I can get my hands on at a good deal. I always do that just because I don't like having to pay monthly fees for something that I can get a lifetime for.
Originally, I was only going to let 15 lifetimes go out, and I had quite a few people persuade me otherwise. So I upped it. We mentioned it the other day. It's 25 lifetime licenses available, and then after that, there's going to be a couple of webinars that I'm doing. One with Daryl, one with Mike, and that's when it goes monthly at $27. There will be a deal off the back of that monthly, but ultimately, like Daryl just said, I want this to be around for years to come, and I want to be able to support it. I have developers working on the themes for me, templates, as Keith likes to call them, and so even down to like someone messages me with a minor problem with one of them, I want to be able to support you guys. And if we do a lifetime deal for everyone, that's one lot of money. How long is this product going to last for a long term? You want it to be around in 2-3 years time. Right. You don't want me to go, thanks for the money, I've given you 25 templates, that's all I can afford to do now.
Well, here's the thing: is you're also talking about even adding additional templates that are exclusive to your group and everything. But let's not oversell too much there. But we have lots of things that we want to get through on today's program. Thank you for joining us today. So we'll start through a few things. We've just a few recaps of what we talked about this week. So far, we've done a lot of improvements with Mass.page, but not as much as I would have loved to have done. Our coder was out of capacity for 3 days this week, so we didn't get everything done that we wanted to, but we got some really cool things scheduled for next week. The image media library, if you haven't gotten a chance to see that, let me just take a second and see if I can show that now, and we'll get over to let's see here, solo this one on here. So if you're inside of Mass Page Tools, so hopefully everybody has this. If they don't, obviously message me on Facebook to get set up with it. But here is your media manager. So you go to dashboard and manage. It's also going to be under Magic Form. There'll be a link for it. But here's where you can see how big each file is. You can see if it was a standard image or if it was a wide image. Like here's the wide images. you see sort of a shot of what the image looks like. Now, the wide images, some of the proportions are getting a little bit distorted with the cropping. So we're spending a lot of time on that this week to try to get those so they're crystal clear, just a perfect slice down the middle. One of the cool things about this being a little bit distorted is each one of these images are 100% unique, but that's not what we are going for by any stretch of the imagination. But if you go to details on any of these, you get to see what codes were put into the images. And if you had like a neighboring town, it'll start to show up here. We had a glitch when we did this one, and it was repeating the keywords, which we've since, I believe, fixed that one. You can edit the tags, and if you wanted to have a different description, you could go ahead and do that. And that affects all of your hosted images, that particular hosted image. We're also going to have it so that you can do a group of images all at once. So you can adjust a group of people, images, and we're going to have it so that you can do a download of an entire project. So let's say you're trying to move it into another program or something like that. You'll be able to do that simply by taking the the zip file and moving it over to WordPress or some other content management system. So otherwise, the form was pretty stable this week. Not too many changes at all that I can think of. So we had this situation where the save button said edit on the second page when you were editing a page. Now it says save, but it's the same functionality as it was before. And I think that's about it for Mass Page Tools. And then Leads Detective, we kind of showed you some changes on that. In Leads Detective, the advanced search, we have the wide search and the narrow search. And so if you're a member of Leads Detective, you'll see the and combines all of these filters. So like if you, let's say you wanted to search an email field and you wanted to search, let's take has Instagram, okay, and you wanted all of the .net emails, and it'll go through and it'll check everybody that has a .net in their email. So it takes a little bit of time because there's a lot to go through, and it has 72,000 people that have .net, and then you click on has Instagram, and you would find all of the ones that have Instagram and has .net. So it's a, that's just an example of how you can like really refine. We're not doing too well with this on this video call because it's locking up on me, but it never locks up on me normally. So that's an unusual thing. But anyway, you can, if you have this, you'll be able to do all kinds of refining on that. And we're adding more and more data every single day. So that'll get better and better. So that's the majority of what we did this week. Let me turn this off and hide this. And if there's any questions in the group, we can go after some of those. And I know that we have some demos to come with hang on a second. All right, we are getting some comments in here. So yeah, so we'll get some. Steve has some things he's going to show you, so we'll go through that.
It'll probably be a car crash, but it's fine.
Well, mine just did. I was testing this beforehand, but I've got so many tabs open and the live and everything, and watching them on YouTube as well. So if you rather watch things on YouTube, you can just go to our Mass Page Software and Consulting feed on YouTube. I'll go ahead and I think I can put the watch URL into Facebook, but just so that you have that, and you can share that to people outside the group if you have anybody outside the group that would like to see this. So any updates from your side of things, Steve? Looks like we have
well, really, it's been manic. The hardest part for me this week was making sure that the members area and the buy it now button and all that stuff integrated properly. That's taken me a few days because some of it wasn't quite working right, and me and a developer scratched our heads with it and got it sorted. So currently I'm always honest with people that currently there are 6 templates in the members area all done and dusted, and they are there over the next week, maximum of a week, but probably near a couple of days. The other ones will be uploaded and added. It takes it time to. When I get them, I have to upload them. I have to test them. I have to make sure they're reliable, and then I use WP Vivid to back them up, and then I upload them to the server where you can then grab them from the members area. And as it goes along, you'll see everything is all sort of appearing. And yes, Alan, I am in my shed. Just seen a message from him.
Still in the shed. Yeah. Let's get him into something a little more fancy down the road here. So,
do you know what? I actually love my shed, and the reason behind it is I've got a wonderful family. I've got a total of 6 children. 3 are grown up and moved out, and I've got 3 younger ones. And I love them to bits, but if I worked in my house, I wouldn't. You'd hear them shouting in the background. So I like to come up into my man cave, as I call it, hide out the way, and I can work and talk to people a lot easier. So which is good. But I think with the Templates Club is coming along really well. Next week I am putting the training together. I've got some of it together, but I need to do the edits. But I've been concentrating on getting this deal live ready for you guys later on tonight. So and I keep getting messages from people. When's it going live? When's it going live? And just to say, anyone who does go down the Lifetime route tonight, you are my beta testers within Lifetime. It's similar to when you release your form, Daryl. There are a bunch of people who, and that's why we limit it, so that you can come in and please understand that there may be little errors here and there, but you let me know, and my devs will get straight onto it and get it resolved. So we'll be fine.
From a guy that's actually done just one template, I know how much work it is to get it set up, then to kind of remove your tracks and then save it to you have to take your API key out, you have to remove any accounts that you didn't want to have on there. And so can you tell us a little bit why you're using WP Vivid, and what does that mean instead of just having the JSON files?
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've always been a big fan of all-in-one migration, but the issue I found with all-in-one migration is to delete the backup files, you've got to log into your host, into File Manager, or and go in and delete them physically, and you've got to know where they are. With WP Vivid, if you do a backup and you go, oh, that one's not right, you can delete it. And the advantage of doing it that way is you don't end up with 10 backup files all under one backup file and a 10 gig file to download. WP Vivid, what it does, like all-in-one migration, you got your full WordPress site with all the plugins you're going to need, all the templates and pages all in place. So all you're going to do is do a blank install of WordPress, install WP Vivid, download one of my themes from the members area, and then you can upload that in WP Vivid, restore it. And then your whole site is built instantly with the basic design. Then go over to Daryl's magic form, fill that in, and once you fill that in, you then go into the back part of MPP, and you'll upload that file, and we'll show you that tonight, and that'll build the site across all the pages from filling in Daryl's single form. Now, the templates themselves are designed in a way I always say keep it simple. So it will fill in details all the way through. Once you've done that, and you can just leave the site sat there to see if it ranks or if it gets into Google. Once it's done that, then go in and add extra boxes yourself. You'll get to know the code. But the idea behind this originally was people approached me going, I find the whole process very complicated. So step 1 will be set up your hosting. Step 2, point your domain name at the hosting. Step 3, install WordPress, which on our hosting super easy. Now, step 4, install WP Vivid as a plugin. Step 5, upload my template. Step 6, fill in Darryl's form. Step 7, go and have a look at the site. Make sure you're happy with it. Step 8, sit back and see if it's going to get into Google. And it's going to be. I did a test this week on one of my templates, and without getting the content together, because that's the thing that takes a little bit longer. And tonight, I'm not going to do anything special with the content. I'm going to put some words in, and maybe on the later webinar we'll have better content to add where it's built properly. But the idea is you'll put the content in, and it'll transfer over to all the pages. Another good example of this, Darryl, is how long does it take you normally to fill just the header and footer in on your pages?
It's one of the most tricky part of doing WordPress is the header and footer, to get it right, especially with all of the fields you want to put in there too.
So with this, fill your form in, and by filling in your form on Google, but in the Google box, as I call it, right, and that auto fills in that company data. Yeah,
searches the GMB if you have a GMB.
It'll zap that data straight into your website for you. So the whole idea is to make your process a lot easier. See, from start to finish. Steve, did the lifetime already go out? Signed up but did not see any info.
No, we're doing the lifetime. If you're just joining us, we're doing the lifetime at 6 o'clock Eastern time. So about let's see, it's almost 5 now. So about an hour and 15 minutes, an hour 10 minutes from now, we'll be doing that. So somebody was asking, are these templates fast? Well, it depends on your hosting. They are Elementor. They're pretty lightweight, right?
Yeah, they are lightweight. And the cool thing is, run all your images through Darryl's Magic Form. All right, don't load them up into WordPress, and you'll see me do this tonight with some images, because the images themselves get zapped into the system, all right, and then they're served from Darryl's CDN, which makes it even faster. I'm also when the training area goes live in a few days' time, I'm planning on putting a video in there on how to speed up any WordPress site, even the slowest of the slowest websites, to pretty much 90 to 100% on Google page speed. So watch out for that video. I have mentioned the product before. I'm not an affiliate in any way, and I'll be doing a video on that in there, so you can go and have a look at that yourselves, and it's up to you if you want to follow it or not.
Somebody asked what sizes are the different images required. See, the thing is our form will go ahead and resize everything to a basic size that won't overtake your page. So it always resizes them, but it tries to keep the dimensions the same, except for that, like I said, with the wide image. Okay. And going up, I didn't get to this one, but I'm trying to think of who said this, because he's not on my thing here now. Bob, right? Bob said to go ahead and show us everything, show us every detail. So I don't want to get in the way of that. Somebody says, I use WebHost Python, but it's plastic. I don't think I can use any migration tool. That's not correct. Actually, the migration tool is inside of WordPress. So if you have WordPress, you can use WP Vivid. It's a plugin. It's free. We're going to show you how easy it is to just grab that and build a website out and through his template. And then once you have this template up and running, you just go ahead and you'll import things. Now, somebody asked, any background information, info on it. Trying to wonder what that means exactly. 3 season of pod background information on the form. Are you talking about the Magic Form? Maybe you're joining us on YouTube, so maybe you're not aware of it because you're not in the group, possibly. But we'd be happy to elaborate on that. Is there a standard size we should have to start to keep the ratio? Actually, no, because whether it's a portrait image or a landscape image, it will go ahead and resize it so that the longest edge doesn't go over, I think, 800 pixels on the standard image, and the longest edge. I'm sorry, the wide image is a little bit different the way that works, but can't get into that exactly. But I think the maximum width is 1200 on that. So, and they're compressed and resized to fit that right away, and hosted as well. So you just will have a hosted URL. So I think if you are ready to go, we can turn over to your screen. I have your screen.
As ready as I'll ever be, and we'll let me just share my screen.
Okay.
And
not sure if I have your screen up or not.
A minute, share screen. On here, the button's in a different place. Throws me every time because I'm used to the button being at the bottom for. Right, we should.
Thanks for all those that are
joining. See that.
Just joined. We will be having a 6 o'clock, about an hour from now, the release for the lifetime deal for Steve's template club, which works hand in hand with the magic form from MassPage Tools that I have. And so he's going to show you how he will do his setup. And hopefully this helps you out. So I'll go ahead and I'll shut my mouth, and we'll just solo his screen, and we'll take it from there.
Right. Hopefully now you can see my screen, Daryl. Can you see Hello World?
Yes, I do.
Just to make.
Yep.
Brilliant. Right. So this is a blank install of WordPress. By the way, guys, I will answer your questions near the end. I know there's a couple of questions in. Just before we went to this, I will answer your questions after this. So this is a full blank install. WordPress has nothing really installed on it. And I'm going to go to the dashboard, and we're going to install WP Vivid. And it's really easy to do this. Let's go add new. And we're going to install WP Vivid Backup and Migration Tool. You know it's there because it says WP Vivid Team at the bottom, not to be confused with any others. And we activate the plugin. Now on this site, I've already installed WordPress. I am doing training with the hosting as well. There is, for those that have MPP hosting or Mike Martin's membership hosting, you'll understand what this does. I am including on the deal tonight 100 site hosting package as well, and I'll be doing training on how to set all that up over the next coming days, which will be added to the members area. So the plugin's installed. We've got WP Vivid here. It's all ready for me to upload. Now, all you'll need to do then is, once you have signed up, you'll see this page here. It's a little bit untidy still. I'll go through this quickly. If you want to log into Daryl's Magic Form, you click on that there. The hosting will be on this link here. And we've got Training Center going live next week. Link to if you want to buy Magic Page plugin, if you don't have it, you can do it there. Lead Simplify there. And then all the plans for MassPage, from the business plan, enterprise plan, and agency plan, you can buy them across there as well. If you've already got them, fantastic, welcome on board. So at the moment in the members area, these 6, and over the next few days, all the others will be added that are currently available through MPP. And also I'll be adding additional ones that aren't available through MPP, which will be really exciting. They're on their way from the developers as I speak. So the one I'm picking tonight, I'm going to go with Appliance Repair. So when you're in the members area, you just click on Appliance Repair, and it'll ask you to save it. Now this is where my screen normally gets a bit messy, so I'll just create a new folder. If you ever get stuck to find anything, name your folder number 1, because you'll find it every time.
Right.
So
right on the top.
Yeah. So I'm just downloading the file now. It's quite quick because the files aren't very big, and we're now going to come back to our WP Vivid install. Hit the upload button, and you can drag or search for files. I'm just going to drag the appliance one in here. I knew this was going to happen. I had this problem earlier. So bear with me, because I think there's an issue with the have you ever had this, Daryl, where you've done a backup?
It depends on how big the file is and how much your host is allowing you to upload. What size is that appliance repair file?
It was like 56 meg. It wasn't very big at all.
That should be okay, I think.
So let me just get to. Bear with me, because what I'll do, I think there may be an issue with these files, and I'll recreate them tonight. So if you end up in the members area, you download one of these and it's not working, let me know. I will get it sorted. So we'll just on the live. I'll recreate the backup now, and it's already there actually. Let's try that one. It may. I know what it might be. It might be because I renamed the file. And for some reason, I think it doesn't like it. So we'll find out about that in a minute.
You cannot rename a file with WP Vivid. I found that out the hard way. Yeah,
right, they don't make you. Okay, so when you guys sign up in and go to the members area tonight, please bear with me, because those 6 that are there are going to have to be recreated and re-uploaded. So it will be done tonight after the live. I'll stay up till whatever time to get it done. So
I wish I could help on that one.
No, that's fine. So on all-in-one, you can rename them. So that's why. So I will sort that out. It won't take me long, because I've got all of them already. All these themes already created. So
yeah, it's something about the code after WP Vivid. There's an underscore. And then that code, I think that has to stay there along with the date. I think anything before that underscore, I think you can put whatever you want.
Right. Okay. So currently, if you take the lifetime tonight, just sleep on it tonight. When you get up in the morning tomorrow, all the links will work. I guarantee it. All right. No one told me on that on WP Vivid. No, like I said, until more recently, I was a big fan of all-in-one, but because it ends up creating massive files each time you do a backup, WP Vivid is actually far better. Right, so I've imported that file, and we will now a good practice as well, right? Once you've imported it, what I would suggest is just delete that to save space on your hosting. Won't do any harm. You know, if you're going to create regular backups, then it's worth doing some housekeeping on it. So I've just imported that. The only thing, you shouldn't have to do this, but I recommend doing it anyway. Under settings and permalinks, just pop in and check them and make sure it's on post name. Right, now I come to here, it's probably going to ask me to log back in. Did that actually install, or did I do it wrong?
No, you haven't restored it yet, so
there we go. You see, right? Okay, let's try that one again then.
You have to upload. You click it. Yep, there you go.
Right, let's do that again. See, I told you it'd be a train crash on this live.
That's okay. It's a little nervous. That's okay.
Normally, right, I'm a bit more organised, but right up to about 10 minutes before this, I was frantically getting a few things ready on the members area. I was working with my developer just to make sure that the sales page would work fine. Nothing worse than people going to that and saying it's not working. And I know from messages I've been having that over half of them are probably sold instantly from when we put this up tonight. I've even had people messaging me going, "Will you send me the link now?" And I've gone, "No, I can't. I've got to be fair."
Yeah.
So,
now let's take a look while that's going. Let's see if there's any questions here. Steve, have you tested multi-site?
Right, with multi-site, I would. It will work on multi-site, but it will not work with MPP. MPP doesn't. One part, I can't remember which part in Magic Page plugin it is, and I'm going to have to try and remember. Right, so let me just hit the restore button a minute on this one. If looking,
yeah, you usually have to hit restore twice. It's over to the right.
Yeah, restore and restore. Right,
Yep.
let's set that going.
Yeah, really make sure. Do you want to write over everything? So double check your URL, folks, before you hit that restore button.
But coming back to WordPress, what I'm planning on doing in the members area, and that'll be added in the next couple of days, is there's two types of hosting with the hosting I support for Mike and myself, and one type is where you install you add one domain and you install WordPress, one per site. There's also another one, and the other one is one that will enable you to install WordPress in folders. All right, it's called a Linux install. The only reason I haven't added it yet is I want to do training on it myself, and make sure that the training is accurate and correct before we go ahead with doing that. So because the reason we set the other hosting up originally to make it really simple, you point your domain name at the hosting, you sign up using the coupon code, and then you go to the front end of your hosting and you install WordPress. That's how simple we wanted to make it for everyone. Now, when you introduce other ways of doing things, it can complicate people big time. So that's why I want to do a step-by-step video on how you can set this up, just to make sure that no one's going to mess up. And the easier we make this, the less support tickets we end up with.
The happier you are as well. Everybody's happier.
Yeah, absolutely. We will always support our people. We want to make sure that you guys are always looked after, and that's how I work things. And just finding the login, which I must add actually to the page as well. So, right, let's find. Okay.
So while you're looking for that, I'll answer a question. Let's see. I think George was asking. So if you want to create a silo structure, maybe with DMT or Digital Marketer Tool, would that work? Are you talking about the form, George? Or are you talking about the templates? Because the templates work off of Magic Page plugin and my form, which you're pretty familiar with. So you can just change the URL structure of the slug inside of Magic Page and create sort of a silo structure with that. As far as the cities off of a structure, but I think you're also talking about what he was just saying, where you could have a folder for your installation of WordPress instead of just the root domain. Did that work for you, George? So we're basically looking for a way for you to to have a sort of silo structure. We do have some things I think that are in coming for Magic Page plugin that I can't exactly say because I haven't actually tested it myself. But there will be some stuff coming that will make it DMT more compatible. I believe is what Mike was saying on one of his calls recently. So
right, let's see. Let's visit site for them and make sure this is restored properly. It's interesting whenever we are live on things, the internet does run a bit slower, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Especially on my site, I was really surprised.
Whenever I do live Skype calls, one-on-one training with people, it does this. So you can see on here at the minute, I installed a temporary install with all this description body stuff in. So when you are filling this out on these, what you can do, you can come in here. These are the benefits: B1, B2, B3, B4.
Can you show the code?
You've got at the top here. It says welcome to Nick.
Oh yeah, you will show just the code, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just. So, well, what my plan is, I'm putting together a file you can upload and into here to show you where everything is.
Okay.
I will currently, when you install this, it installs like this at the moment. But I will set up for everyone a file that you can upload in the background of MPP, and it will show you where everything goes, like the hosted image 1, 2, 3. But that'll say B1, B2, B3, B4. I'll get that sorted tomorrow. This is the description area on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you come down, this bit on this design I've left as it is. And then you got down here the description body 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on all of them, they will say description body numbers, so you can match it to Darrell's form. The placeholder form, that's a Lead Simplify form. And then as you want, you can place any form in using Darrell's form. And then the testimonials and all the various social media and phone numbers and stuff down here. Now, if we scroll back up the About Us page, and the cool thing about this, when you fill in Darrell's form, it fills all these headers in for you, all the way across. So we'll wander down. And again, description body 8, 9, 10, 11. Still loading, give it a minute. So, and these here are the call to actions on the buttons that are automatically added. And if you click on them, it takes you through to the Contact Us page.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did on mine too.
And then phone numbers throughout the site should be clickable. I can't remember if the header ones are yet on some of them, but I can double check that. And then, of course, on here, it'll fill in all your company details, the form. Now, the reason this is white on here is because it's white on Lead Simplify. And when I originally set the demo form up, I made it white to show up on some of the templates, not realizing that some of the templates are actually need to be black. So I've never got around to changing it. But when you add your form, make sure your color matches the background. So if it's a white background but black text, and again all the footer information, your company will change to the company name. So if we come across now to the mass page, I loaded one in earlier that I previously created only because I have a lot of the images the demo images saved. But we can go down and change this and edit this as we go along. So let's come back to the top.
So just anybody that's joining us and seeing what he's showing right now.
Wait for my internet to catch up.
What you're seeing right now is the Mass Page Tools form, and he's already pre-filled it out. So this is a separate thing that works with his templates, and that allows you to pre-process everything and have it go into your system, and it can generate spin text and everything like that. So go ahead. I just, in case there's some people watching from YouTube that might not have ever seen this before. So
name a business for me, Darrell, so I can type in here.
Let's see. Do you want to in the United States or in England? Does it matter to you?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. How about type in, I don't know, ice cream. Just type in ice cream and see what else other companies come up. I'm hungry for ice cream. Maybe that's what it is. AM.
What comes up? Iceland comes up.
Is there an ice cream?
Let's pick Iceland,
company?
shall we? Let's see what it feels. It hasn't. Let's see what it's found.
It puts your latitude, longitude.
It didn't like Iceland, did it?
No.
Maybe it's thinking it's a UK.
Yeah.
But TV.
try
I tell you,
something
this
else.
is an appliance. Let's
Yeah,
put
there you
TV
go.
repairing and see
Ice
what
cream
happens.
cafe. There you go. That's what I thought you'd come up with, is something like a business.
Well, ice cream cafe. This is where it's going to go slow now. Thinking about it. Hey,
There you go.
that's what I like to see. I noticed. I've mentioned this before on some of the UK's. When you're entering UK ones, sometimes it'll put the state as a town, and I think that's more how someone filled their GMB in than anything. But so we can enter in. I can't remember if I added a price range on the site, but I'll put in here anyway. I should have put symbols in, shouldn't I? Look at that. It's going to be cheap ice cream tonight.
Yeah.
And then hours of operation.
Yeah, that'll automatically come if they have schema. But a lot of people don't have business schema for hours of operation. We're doing a change this week, so that we'll turn it into closed for the season. You got to put years of experience over there too, I think, over to the right.
Yeah. Let's have a laugh and put 99 years of experience. So it's auto filled in their company phone number, and we've got now there's 3 niches there. Actually, that's not. Is that right?
Those are adjectives.
The best 24/7 emergency. Yeah.
Emergency ice cream. All right.
Yeah. But friendly ice cream as well.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So let's have an ice cream stand, ice cream stands, something like that.
Ice cream stand, and I'm going to copy this and do the S on the end of that one, and then the plural. I always do that run the wrong way when I'm busy.
It says ice stand, I think.
Oh yeah.
Is yours really that slow? Or is it just because of the streaming?
Some reason tonight. I think it's because we're streaming. I put it in the wrong place now. I think it's because we're streaming that. Let's type that again because it'd be quicker. Plus, I'm at the top of the garden on one of those internet, things that runs over your power adapter things. So it could be that as well tonight.
So the first one, yeah,
singular.
Yeah.
Now, I don't normally fill that in, but for this niche, I wouldn't worry too much. So, keywords. Probably just leave them in for now, to be honest. If you have more, obviously, if you're going to spend a lot of time.
A tool that you were talking about that you could get keywords from.
Oh,
do you want to show that now, or do you want to wait?
Yeah. I'm going to show it now because we can also put in the
you can put an ice cream
link. Let me go and grab it.
Yeah. Here's the freebie portion of the program, folks.
Yeah, this is something for everyone. I'll get you to paste the link, Daryl, in the group in a bit, but we'll show this. Right. So this is a keyword tool. This is going to be given away tonight to everyone, and even people after have seen this afterwards. Look in the comments for the link, and so type that in. We'll start searching on Google. This searches as well, by the way, on Yahoo, Bing, YouTube, Amazon, and eBay. So, and if you leave it going, it will go forever. Now, I've already found 106. I'm going to stop searching. How many do you reckon we need for your form
maybe barrel? Maybe just I don't know, 10, 12.
I'll grab about that many. That'll do, won't it? Not too wide tonight. But where you have more time, you'd go through these sensibly and have a look. All right.
Pick the best.
Yeah. But this is on keyword-competitor.com/KWRD1/keyword search, and we'll put the link.
I did put it in the groups.
So this is up permanently. This is free for anyone to use, and you go in, pop a keyword in. It's great because you can search for items on Amazon and eBay, which is awesome. If you're doing that sort of thing for keywords, right? We'll paste them in there. And so this is where obviously you take your time to fill in the short information about ice cream stands and whatever else. I could go and grab. Shall I grab some off of Google anyway?
We got plenty of time. We can't release this until 6 o'clock. So go ahead and
cool.
Look up an ice cream stand, grab some copy from them, and then just modify it for our use here, or hit the spin text on it.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Hit the spin text on it once I find something I like. Of course, I put ice cream stand in, right? Of course, it's going to show toys, isn't it? So I put shop instead. Yeah.
Or put local.
Let's have a look and see what's come in.
You passed right by the GMBs.
Yeah, they don't normally have a description in them anyway. So
they don't have websites. Somebody call these people, get them on that website.
Well, you know something, right? For those that are watching this, if you're in the UK or even not in the UK, right, eventually we will have an ice cream template, I reckon. And when we do, you can set it up and sell them shops. You know,
well, you're gonna have that's a really great question, because you're going to have your generic one, right? You're going to have a generic one that just sort of builds styles, and you just replace the photos.
Correct.
Yeah, with background photos and stuff.
I'll grab this. Actually, I like one a bit lower down that I saw. Where's it? Ice cream. No, on that. Where do I see the better one? Best ice cream shop in London. That'll do. Anyway, we give you the inside scoop. I like that. The inside scoop. Right. Come back to the right page. Okay.
You're a math page.
Yeah. Do you ever get lost on your pages?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we can clear this out. Now, when you go into it, obviously this would be totally empty. And so would you recommend a bit more info in there to be able to spin it sensibly?
I would. Yeah, I would do that.
What is how much does it cost? No. How do I start? I don't know how to start.
Some things into our form that's going to help with this. Now, if you do find a site that you do like, it will grab the description from it and the keywords. So you can just type that in the URL, and it'll grab the metadata from that. But we're also going to have it grab an AI interpretation of what the content is about. So you have some fresh content similar to like Article Forge. Rewrites content. You'll have content like that inside the form, which is going to make it really groundbreaking. If you don't already have the form, we'll talk about how you can get that later.
For some reason I went back too far, and it went to back to ice cream stands, which is all very well if you
the amount of time you could just rewrite this. Just go in there to the math page and just write a sentence. Say, this is the best ice cream anywhere.
I saw Wikipedia and I thought, what a great source.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
For ice creams.
Right.
Sauce. I don't know. My jokes don't get any better than that.
I think we're making people hungry now.
Right, let's grab some of this.
Do you see the URL? I guess I sent it to all, but I don't think everybody got it. I put it into YouTube and mass page group. Oh, that's weird. It didn't put it into the mass page group. Let me put that in there. Hold on a second, guys.
What that does, I'm going to hit the spin button on this little bit of information.
Yeah, somebody did put it in there. Okay, thanks. Valerie did it. Thank you, Valerie.
Now, the thing to remember with this setup, right, is as we're building this out, right, have a look. Always look at the front end of the page. So let me open this up in a new tab. And the reason I say that is you can match the number of words roughly to what the template requires. If you want to add more, you can add more sections as you go along. All right. And while that loads, we'll come back to the mass page. I'll carry on filling this in. So, summary of features. I'll just grab. By the way, though, I love this preview button now on here.
Yeah, so you can preview.
It shows you what it's going to look like.
It shows you a different variation of that. And then the other thing is that spin text. So what's really cool about that is it changes on each image that you upload. So it'll change the caption. And we're doing some things so that it'll change the title and alt tag. From the well, actually, no, we have to do that through the title. That's the what do you call it? WordPress brings it in through the file name. So I talked out of turn on that one. Someone was asking me about that.
Should.
So you're gonna grab some and put it in?
Clear out the box. Yeah, I've got some for the summary. Just clearing the box out now. Now, if you do have a sort of a flaky internet, then you can, as you go along, you can get so far down, click save, and then carry on from there.
Yeah, we're also going to put the
save
button
benefit.
up at the top. You can do it easily. Friendly service. Yeah, that's okay. Friendly service, right?
Yeah. Yeah, local service. Notice how I didn't change. But this is back in the day where B4 wasn't fixed.
Yeah,
I know you've sorted it now.
Yeah, usually we have spinning for the short benefits, but I hardly ever use it because I want to make sure that the meaning doesn't get too different on that little section there. Now, calls to action, we automatically have some in there, but you can put in as many as you want.
So if I leave them blank, if I leave that blank, you'll add some automatically.
4 or 5 automatically.
Let's leave that blank for a minute. Now, on this template, I haven't actually added the YouTube. I don't think I've added a YouTube video URL on the actual template.
Okay.
On this one, but on some of them it's appropriate for if you want them, if people want them adding to some of the templates and we haven't, pop me a support message. I can get my team to find somewhere suitable. But if you wanted to add a section yourself on this, it's very easy. You click the plus button and then plus again, and you can add sections in here. And then all I ever do when I add short code in, I will grab this box here and I will go into the text and I'll add the code in there. and line it up in the center normally. But that's just a quick and easy way to add
So
videos to the page. I won't worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh look, that I did on that one. Look, saying about it.
Yeah, my form will take the watch URLs and put them into embeds for you. So that'll even work other places as well, besides WordPress.
Here is where you'd enter the lead gen form. Now I've already got the lead simplify form in there, but you can put your own in there accordingly, and you just enter in your standard code from Aweber or any of those sort of integrations. And I prefer lead simplify because it's just a lot easier to set up unlimited forms. So right, we've got description body 1. This is what I was saying about matching them up. So if I come back to the demo, you can now come down. Oh, that's my mouse jumping. Here we go. So I've got description body 1. Now, to make it look sensible, right, I wouldn't put tons of text in here. I'd put enough to fill this area in. So you can sort of estimate 20, maybe 30 words in there. And the same with 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I change a couple of these now in the magic page. So let's go and grab some text off of the ice cream parlor again from the Wikipedia.
We're all going to be looking for copywriters when we get our hands on this thing.
Upwork and Fiverr are fantastic to get some text, and it's not Fiverr's not always the best, but if you find someone who's really good, but the cool thing is content isn't difficult. People think it is, right? If you're doing an ice cream parlor, for example, and you wanted to grab you find 5 or 6 websites, you grab a little bit of information from one, paste it onto a text document, another bit from another one, and then look down through and rephrase it slightly to your own words, and then you can come in here and paste it in here, and then use the spin text, and you're all done. I'll leave description body 1 at the top so you can.
Match. It looks like your spinner button isn't there because it's a clone. Looks like it's a clone document. Yeah. So I'll have to tell the developer that isn't showing on there. So
yeah,
it's in his queue to get fixed. I know that.
Yeah.
So I would leave the rest the way they are, just because you're going to try to get them around the same length, right?
Yeah. So we'll leave those as they are as we come down. And of course, just take your time when you're filling out Darryl's form. It's this is truly a magic form. Once we're done, this information will get pasted in. Just to prove as well, actually, what I'll do on number 2. I know we've changed number 1, but let's just I'll just change one more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll put that in there as well. So then you'll see that change at the other end. So we come on down. So the testimonials in here, testimonial 1. I'll change that. I'll go. God, toilet be best.
There you go.
Except I put a G on the end. Is Mike Martin watching? ? He said he was great. He wanted to see this, but
yeah.
I know he's a super busy guy. So yeah. So you on the form, match it up again to testimonials throughout the site. On this one, there's this spins, by the way, the testimonials. So you see 4, 5, and 6, right, up to 9 testimonials you want to enter on Darryl's form on there, and this will also come with the training as I put it together next week. So go up to 9, and then when it spins, what it does on line 1, right? That is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, and that's how we set it up on spinning them.
Yep.
So it just sort of makes sure there's always one on each line, no matter what. Am I right in saying, Darryl, with the testimonials, if you only put in 3, it would show them, but it wouldn't leave it blank? Or does it leave it blank if it spins?
Good question. We would have to make sure that we send a blank basically a blank field to those. And I haven't actually seen with testimonials if we're doing that. But we will make it so that'll do that. Like in my training, I always tell everybody there's some tweaks that you need to do once you get the site plugged into the template. Like depending on what you put into your form, you might find that there's some tweaks that you need to do.
So down here, I've got these are what I call the standard images. So these are the ones I previously created. I didn't want to be breaking any copyright rules, because the moment you upload someone else's photo and they find out, you can get in trouble, right? So I created these hosted image standard 1 images and etc. And I gave Darryl a full copy to use as well. And if anyone's ever wanting to do demos and you want copies of them, you're welcome to them, because I've just gone and created 20 of these. Same with the wide ones, and I think the thumbnails as well. So it was just really so we had something on here. I was gonna try and find some images tonight. Maybe on the webinar we do, Darryl, I'll put a bit more information together, so this is sort of has proper images in here. But you can see when you load them in, they'll load to this size automatically that are already shown on here. And the background images, you need to edit them yourselves. You edit the page and you can then go into the back of the site. I'll show you where that is. So if you click on what I normally do is click on the 6 dots, and if I remember right, it's under advanced. Is it under advanced? Maybe I have to click in here. I did it the other day. When you get to that point in the evening where your brain's frazzled.
Yeah, it's a little later for you.
It's nearly 10:30 here. I've gone 10:30 actually. Background. Oh, there we are. It's on it. Look. So background. Yeah. So you click on the image, go to background, and you can change it in there. We can't put in Xfield in here. Won't allow you.
Not yet.
So if you,
because we're building our own Elementor elements that will be compatible with our form.
Oh,
so
that might happen.
It will be happening. Yes, we already have it on our list.
Wow! When you've got it, let me have it, and I'll make sure we create some templates with that. That'll be super cool. Because to be able to change the image from your form, that's going to be even better.
Yeah, we're just getting started with the form. There's a lot to go.
And it's the same with the templates. What people have to realize is as time goes on, I'm going to be using more and more of the field from Darryl's Magic Form. And so the idea is you'll be able to then build a site like this, and you'll go, right, I've built a plumber's site, I've got all the information in there. Oh, hello, Mr. Jones, you haven't got a website, would you like one? Yeah. And then you can literally reopen that code on the Magic Form and just change the business name at the top and spin some of the content if it's not already spun. Right. Change the videos, change the bits you need to change, or even send it to the client and ask them to fill in the form. I mean, how cool is that you could upload one of the templates, send the client the form, say, please fill this in for me. The client is building the form for you. They're building the site for you without even knowing. And then you go and inspect it and make sure it reads properly and it's tidy and there's no spelling mistakes, little things like that, and then you're done.
Yep.
So, but down the bottom here's the social media links. If you leave these out, I might say, Darryl, if they leave one of these out, the icon doesn't appear on the theme.
You got to click on the button on the link.
So down these here.
Yeah,
I've gone and put in normalfacebook.com. So am I right in saying if you don't put in Facebook, that icon just won't be there?
That's correct. Yeah.
So you need to think about this when you're doing this. It's worth taking your time to do these here, all right, and fill them in properly, because that way then they'll match. If you're planning on leaving any out, right, you can always edit this and move these about so that they're only showing the ones you want to use. You can drop and drag them about. So it's entirely up to you with that. But personally, it doesn't take long to set up 6 profiles and have them linked into here. If you haven't got one, you could always just leave it as I've done, right, as facebook.com. When they click on it, it just goes to
Facebook. Or the pound sign. If you're gonna put it in later, you can always put in the pound sign. It'll show up.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that there. So we've gone through here, and the standard images, wide images. I haven't got any wide images on that page at the moment. I only placed them on the templates we get from MPP.
Right.
There's only a certain amount of stuff you can do with them. You can add more, which is what we're thinking of doing in the future with these. But I wanted them to work right in the first place. I didn't want to be in a position of going, oh my God, you upload this and nothing's right. I want them to work right in the first place.
Yep.
And that's why ultimately tonight, when you go in there, like I said already, the current backups from WP Vivid aren't correct. So if you go and sign up with a lifetime, wait till the morning, and by the morning all 6 will be corrected. I'll change the backups and make sure the links are correct in the members area. So anyway, when you've done all this, you can click save. And my internet will whirl away slowly.
I just FYI, probably would have hit save a couple of times while doing this, just in case you had some kind of glitch. We've had some people.
I'm actually planning on
forum timed out. Yeah, we're gonna have auto save. We will have auto save.
Yeah. I'm planning on actually running a network cable from my house to my shed, because I think I'll get better connections. But so once this is saved, but while we're waiting, you can see this again. So keyword-competitor.com/KWRD1 capital K /keyword search. It's in the chat.
Yep.
If anyone misses it, ping us a message in the group. We'll make sure you can get a copy. To get on. It's all online, so there's nothing to install, and you just type in your keyword and you do search, and you let it go off, and it goes off and finds anything about hats. It will go on forever, so please don't leave it running, because I think it can crash eventually if you had 2,000. So, but it's easy then to grab the ones you want. It's a nice little tool. It does what it says on the tin.
No DMT, I must say.
No. I mean, this is only a freebie.
Yeah.
If you want something better, then DMT is the way to go.
Something quick.
But if you
to get some ideas,
and that's what this is for. It's ultimately, if you're setting up a site and you go, well, okay, what keywords can I get? There's 2 ways about it. One, you can go to Google. I mean, I like long tail keywords from Google, and I will normally do a search in here. We'll just let it load a minute. So if I was searching for hats, we'll let that wander off. And what I will do normally is I'll scroll to the bottom here of the suggestions with what Google gives you at the bottom. So men's hats UK, ladies hats. These are searches that people are actually doing on Google. So for long tail keywords, you can just come and grab. Related. You can come and grab these. These are the most popular search terms, and that's a free and easy way of you doing this. And then of course, you can put one of those in here and get more ideas. So it's a great little tool to play around with. Let's come back to this. I knew it goes slow tonight.
Yeah, if we restarted our computers, it'd probably be going really fast. I think it's just our machine.
Normally, I will restart my computer, and tonight I didn't because I was sort of in a bit of a fluster to get ready for the live for people. Because I've had loads of wonderful messages from people going, when are your forms, when are your templates going to be live? And I go, oh, very soon. So, and this is where the internet will go completely slow. Shall we? Is there any questions in while we're
I don't
waiting?
see any just about what the URL is. There is Val was nice to put that in there. But if there's anybody that has any questions so far, go ahead and throw that in there. Sorry, I keep trying to turn that off. Oh, I gotta hide it. There we go. So if you have any questions so far with Steve's form, not form, his template, my form, his template. Sorry, I guess it's been long for me too. Go ahead and put that inside of the comments inside of Facebook or in YouTube, and we will go ahead and we'll see them come up on our screen right here. So yeah, looking for any questions that you have so far.
I don't know why it's gone so slow. We'll talk for 5 minutes while my internet probably catches up with itself.
Yeah, just don't restart it because I'll lose you, and then I'll have to figure out how to talk to myself for all this time here.
Talk for half an hour.
Yeah,
I'm normally the one that fills things in for you.
Yeah, you are the guy for that for sure. Let's see. The templates you're offering creates how the website will look, and then the form builder fills in the details and the images to the templates. The templates need images, or they come with the templates. Both. Some things you're grabbing right from the template in Elementor, and it's just very simple. Do you want to show that too? Oh yeah, you did show that. How you can change an image inside of Elementor. It's very easy to do. Sometimes they're background images. Sometimes they're, things like that we can't control with my wide images. The reason being is that, as we were saying before, Elementor doesn't allow an X field to replace a file name. But I'm working on Elementor elements that are just for the mass page tools forms. So you'll be able to use those and put them inside of the templates, and it'll give Steve some more flexibility as well. So are you good to go now? You want me to throw it on? Let's see here. Is there another?
No, it's still thinking about coming back to app.
Is there somewhere where we can add a map?
I'll try and open this in a new window because for some reason it's.
So I already have.
It's on a lot of them on the contact form. I'll show you in a minute. There's already a map on there,
and it's coming from my form, right? Steve? It's coming from my form's data, right?
At the code. Well, we got a bit of a lag on my connection now.
Yeah, you're in the red zone on my connection speed here. Interesting. Well, anyway, I can show that myself. As far as where you can add a map, let me.
If you want to show that, and I'm going to do
a refresh. I'll turn you off for a second. We'll hide you. And we'll show in the stream. Hold on a second. Oh, I gotta hide this. And I'm gonna solo this on. Okay, so if you go into here, and I think it was 05 mass.page. There we go. Okay, so if you can see my screen, and we're about 15 minutes away, FYI, for the link to get onto Steve's lifetime deal for this his templates club. All right, so basically in the locations contact page, you see this address here. This address is coming directly from my form fill. Okay, so what it does is, let's see, I'll just grab and bring Steve back in here. Hold on a second. So the form fill has the address in it, and that's coming in from the from my form. So let me see here. What we just took the that's not the right one. That's why. Can you hear me now, Steven?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, yeah.
That lag's gone now, so that's good.
Oh, you started?
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't. All I did was just refresh the connection to you.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's good.
So if you go here to this map, what we did was, if you click on the code here, you can see that we put in the Xfield formatted location. If you look over here to the side, it says Xfield formatted address. That's coming from the GMB itself, and we're putting it inside of the map. So if you were to change the GMB inside my form to something else, it would, next time you upload the file to your template, your sort of master template, it would change this. It would change the address here. It would change the email, phone number, and it would change the map. But you've got something similar to that, right, on your end?
Yeah, I grabbed in the Elementor one, the Elementor Google Maps.
Okay.
And then I just put in your location, the location shortcode that you use, locality one. But we'll meet up in the week and talk about that and expand using your form with the extra codes and bits and pieces. Yep. I think, which will be good, because like I said, the first batch are gonna be basic sort of versions to get you going, and as time goes on, we're going to be expanding these and making them even better and even more complex. That's the idea behind them. But it was really something to get people going in the first place, which I think is going to be super cool with this. Eventually it'll do all the icons, it'll do the whole lot. So training videos, will they be available via the website? The plan is in the next Monday and Tuesday, I've got some videos to record showing you step by step. So by the end of the week, there'll be a good amount of videos in there. The plan with the training I'm doing is going to be step by step. So step one will be how to set, once you've got your domain name, point it to the name servers, whether it's your own hosting or the hosting we're supplying. Step 2, install WordPress. Step 3, install WP Vivid.
Right.
The next step, upload one of the templates into WP Vivid. The next step will be fill in Darryl's form. Right. The following step, then save it. That following step, all the lead simplify stuff. It's all going to be step by step, one end to the other, and that's going to take me a few months to get all the training together. So I'm going to initially put together the basic training for you. Initially.
We do have all of that. What he was just mentioning under our form under resources and tutorials. We have the full setup. The only thing that's different, here's all of your help files and stuff. The only thing that's different is you're taking, instead of my backup file, you're taking his backup file, but everything else is the same. And as far as the tweaking and everything like that, it's all basically the same concept. So we do have these tutorials that I made that are up to date because it's just from our launch, but then maybe Steve, you'd be kind enough to give us some updated ones, and we'll just sort of replace mine with those because you do such a nice job. I would love to have you.
You can any training videos I do, mate. You can have copies of them as well. It's like I said, it's gonna be the resources to. I've always wanted to do a full training course, and there's some great ones out there. Keith's got some fantastic ones. Mike's got some fantastic ones. But I wanted to do them in a way that they are super simple, so that you could get your granny or your daughter. My daughter, I've got a 12-year-old daughter who's very computer savvy, and I'd love for her to be able to follow this step by step and say, "Yes, Daddy, I can do this." And so it's not to play dumb to people. There's people out there that are using this system, and they understand all the short codes. They're probably a lot more advanced than I am, to be honest, in places. I've got a lot of respect for Keith. He knows the shortcut, the X fields, nothing inside out with this. He is absolutely amazing with what he can do. But I wanted to simplify it in a way that you could, the A to Z, where when you get to Z, it's literally sit the site there and see if it'll rank. One of the business models, right, that I put together a while back was during COVID, companies are struggling. We all know that. So a very simple thing you guys can do is you go to Google, you have a look for anyone who hasn't got a website, and you turn around to them and go, I can rent your website for $35, $40, $50, whatever you think is fair in your own price range. Then you upload one of these templates up to the hosting on a domain name that you own in their niche, and you put their company data in. And once you built one of these magic forms, right, it's a case of then going in and just changing a few bits and pieces throughout to build the next one. So you could have in the plumbing niche 20 sites that all look very similar, right? Or in the future when we do the advanced templates, you'll be able to have generic templates, is a better word to use. You'll be able to take one of Darryl's forms and stick that into the generic template, tweak it a little bit so it looks okay, and then you've got yourself another site you can rent out. If you're renting them out for $50 a month, right, to local businesses who want websites, you could end up, 10 of them is $500. It's easy money to be made, and that's without doing any lead generation. And then as they leave you switch it to the Lead Simplify platform and lead generation. Because imagine this, right? You then sell each lead at $10. You say 3 leads are being sold at a time to all the companies out there. That's $30 a lead. You get 10 leads in an hour. You do the maths. It's even more money, right? But to get started, I started in Rank and Rent, and that's what I did really well until COVID hit. I made a big mistake. My niche was children's entertainers, and I put all my eggs in one basket without thinking. I was doing brilliantly out of it. I was earning good money. And then COVID hit, and all the children's entertainers went, we got no work, we can't pay you. And then they started panicking about their own websites, because I've got some clients that own their own websites on my service. And I said, don't worry about a thing. Once we're through COVID, get yourself back on your feet. I'll keep your websites going. I'll cover all of that for you. And the only reason I did that out of my own pocket was to make sure at the end of it, they stay my customers, and they'll be very grateful for years to come. I won't lose them for years once they're back on their feet. And so I'm giving them hosting for free currently, all the support, all the SEO stuff I do for them. It's all completely free. And I'm looking at at least another 18 months, I reckon, before they can start getting back on their feet. That's not long. In the meantime, I'm doing other projects. I'm doing the lead system. I'm doing all sorts. So, but do we want to come back to my screen and I'll show the
sure,
upload?
Yeah. Can you share your screen and I'll put it up there? We got about 5 or so minutes before we give his link, and we do have some questions as well. So,
share
down the wire here. All right, stream.
Now, while we were talking, I pre-downloaded the file. Oh, that's interesting. That's gone to that screen. Hang on a minute. Let me pull this across, because would that do that then?
Do you need me to hide it?
Hide it for a minute while I stop. I'm going to stop sharing and share a different screen, because I know what I've done. I shared the wrong screen.
Okay. Somebody's asking for us to clarify what we're getting exactly for the offer. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes.
We will. All right, let me just make sure I share the right screen. Give me a moment.
We will not leave any questions unanswered. Okay, we'll make sure you understand everything tonight.
Let's hope that that's the right one now. Let's try that.
Okay,
let's see.
Sure. And people are asking for the link to this before we do it. Can you send that link over to me under the host chat, and I'll go ahead and put it inside.
I will send that to you in one moment. We'll quickly do this. So I see we're on the right screen now, so that's good. Right. So I've already come into Magic Page, and I've already downloaded the file from Darrell's form. Most people using the form will know how to do that. So we go into settings. We'll let that load, and
It's a lot faster.
come down. Yeah. I closed Skype off, which slows your machine down something chronic for some reason. Oh, just let this load up. And we go to import data. Import data again. Tick those two there, and I'm going to grab the file, drag it in there, overwrite. And when it says success, we should now be able to go to the front page. Let's visit the site and see how it looks. Fingers crossed.
We should have some ice cream.
Otherwise, it's doing a mic. It goes wrong on the live.
Let's hope that. Let's hope this works.
So let's come. Yeah.
So you didn't change the logo.
Loading. Now I've done the magic. No, it's still the sort of the demo company one that I've left on there. So if you look here, parlors may vary in size of terms. So this has changed. If we come down here now, we've got hello Steve here. We've got a lot of text there for some reason. That's probably me pasting it twice. And that changed there. So as you can see, as we come down, all these areas change. I didn't change the form. What our clients say, Steve's Ice Cream is the best. And if we spin this, I won't refresh it now. If I kept refreshing it, one of them would say, "Is Mike watching this?"
Well, actually, that's the home page. Once it sticks to a spin, it always stays that way for the future. Right. So where this will really kick in is on your city pages.
Right. Now, interestingly enough, and I'll look at that problem tonight, I might have forgotten to put the code either side of it for that. That'll be fixed.
Okay.
But you can see here, you've got the phone number, the support, and the address is all changed on there. It's the same at the top. If you look at the top here, all the information has changed. Company name has changed, Ice Cream Cafe. So all this has changed across. If I go to About Us, we can see that in a moment. I'm definitely going to run a Cat5 cable from my house to speed up my internet to my shed. Look, this has changed. Ice cream, ice cold ice cream, friendly service. And I come down here. This is obviously where I pasted in all this in here, so it's a little bit too big. If you put in too much text, you can see that it ends up being a little bit too big. So you have to I will do some matching forms to say how many words you can put in each one, and then of course you've got the data down there. But you'll get the idea as you play with this. You know, I would suggest you look at it and see roughly how many words are already in there before you go changing on Darrell's form. We'll go to contact us. It says closed up there. Look, what a shame.
Yeah, because you put closed. Yeah,
I did.
And now, do you have that linking into schema yet in your builds, or are you adding that?
We haven't added it yet because there is simple schema inside of Magic Page. Now, there was 2 trains of thought, and at first, when the first ones we built, we decided not to add it because there is WP schema you can use as well. But since then, talking to people, they said we would love the schema just to work. So what we will be doing ongoing, and when the first 6 are on there, when we'll do version 2s in a few weeks' time, we'll include the schema. But the thing to remember is if you've created a site on version 1, don't go uploading it because it'll overwrite your current site. Unless you've obviously, if you filled in Darrell's form, you could just upload. re-upload it, and then just chuck the Daryl's form back in, as long as you've got a saved copy.
Yep,
all right.
Exactly. It's very easy to do, and you can rename those. You can rename them what you want, so you can store them to, of course. So, well, it is 6 o'clock here.
If you stop sharing my screen, and I will stop sharing my end, we'll come back live. I will grab the link.
Okay.
Because I've just got to get
to
the
right screen. Do you have a way to post to all like I can, or are you going to post them?
No. If I send it, I did chuck it in your Skype. If you have a look, Daryl.
Yep, I can put it in now if you want.
Would you? Yeah, put it in. It's live now. Please understand, like I said, that tonight I've got to go through and sort out the WP Vivid files on the current 6 that are in there. That will be done tonight. But also remember, if you get any issues, you can email me support@leadgenmagic.com. If you've got any, if you don't get, what should happen when you sign up with a lifetime deal? I said there's only 25, and what you're going to get out of this is the following, right? You're going to get all templates that are currently in there and all future templates. So by the end of the week, I'm aiming to have at least 12 in there by then, and if not, the full 18 that are currently available in MPP/Lead Simplify. And then ongoing, we're going to create our own versions as well. So generic ones that will be in there. You get 100 site installs. You can install WordPress 100 times on there. And I will be also setting up a Linux package in the week where you'll be able to pick either Linux or standard WordPress. Now, what the Linux one will do will enable you to install WordPress itself on the front end, and then WordPress within a folder. So you could have, for an example, leadgenmagic/hello/my website, right? And then the / again is where it'll install WordPress. And I'm doing a training video on that in the week. On top of that, you're going to get all my training. So in other words, I'm building a full training members area, and all training that I do will go in there. Even if it's for other products, you'll get every single piece of training ongoing, lifetime on the whole lot. I don't think I've missed anything, Daryl.
There still are some questions. One is one was about iframes. It would be great if we could add iframes. I think that question is about the Xfields. They will take iframes. Case in point is the Lead Simplify form that uses iframes. The iframe, sometimes you have to set a static height in order to get that to work, but iframes are compatible with these templates, and they're compatible with the Xfields from my form.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking, is the hosting limited to 200 pages max per site?
No.
Oh,
but the advice I give you is when you're building these sites, right? I wouldn't go much more. Maximum on pages 300 I'd go up to. The moment you start building massive sites, depending on what you're building, right? You end up in a situation where if you're building let's say you're going to build yourself a lead site, you build yourself a 1,000-page site, Google's going to think it's rather spammy. What you're better doing is build, and like Mike has said as well on the live at 5 and on his training, is you build lots of little sites with like 250 pages on each. And so if because I live in Somerset, so the next nearest towns to me are Yeovil and Taunton. So I'd build a site in Yeovil, in Taunton, in Crewcombe where I live. So I'd have 3 sites, each with a couple of 100 pages on them. For using MPP, and Google will not penalize you because they're smaller sites. No harm in linking them up. You can do that by all means, but the idea behind this is for you to just be careful and build it gradually. Now, if you're going to build yourself a shop, let's say you're going to build yourself a site with tons of products in it, there's no harm in having endless amount, you see. Oh, hello! It's the price one on the shop. Right. Anyone? That was my friend testing. No one buy at that because you'll get kicked out. I'll know who you are, right? I've got to go in and correct that. That was my.
Don't buy it for a penny. That was him testing.
I will know that you bought it. And I was,
You know what? Back in the day, you used to be able to get Columbia House 13 CDs for a penny, and then you'd have to pay for shipping and handling, which ended up costing $4,000.
I thought my developer had updated that.
Everybody's looking at this like, wow, this is quite a deal. Oh man, so that's okay. That is a deal, Greg. Yeah.
If you buy a penny, I'll know that you bought it a penny, and you won't get your account. It'll be closed. You won't even get a lifetime one from me. I'll get to 20.
Ireland's like, I just bought it. Oh, come on, Ireland.
We had a problem with the cart today, and the integration with PayPal wasn't working right. And my developer chose to go in and change that, and the nice guy he is forgot to switch it back. So bear with me.
I'm gonna fire that
guy. It's the same guy. I think it's the same guy that let me down on some of the templates. Right, let me correct the button a minute. I'm just going in.
I'm gonna have to fill time now, I think. Do you need anything on my end, or are you okay?
I'm just gonna. It's take me 2 minutes to edit this. I'm just going in now.
While you're doing that, let me also throw up his support email. So if something does not work, this is a long-term thing. So he's going to Steve is going to make sure that these work. Over time, there might be some corrections and ideas and things like that. And as we add, like the plugin I'm building, we'll work with Elementor, and it'll allow you to take these X fields and put them in, and have like so many characters show. So many words show and things like that on the front end, so you can have more content, and then you can have like a read more. And it'll push down the content. So a lot of what you see right now is the basics. We're in this for the long haul. The mass page form that we have is going to be the flagship of these other softwares that we have. Geoholics is a software that helps you to build relevant databases for like suburbs, and based on financial data and other data that we're putting into it soon. And Leads Detective is a way for you to find content that isn't readily available through Google. It allows you to find people to sell your leads to, people to sell your domains to, people to sell your web services to, your marketing services, all of that. So those are two of the products. And then another product that people are very interested in is Imagefly, and that is in progress. And Imagefly is going to make dynamic images off of our short codes. So you'll be able to have Magic Page plugin dynamic images that when I say dynamic, the words will change in the image, and it'll be like a regular PNG file that you'll be able to have thousands and thousands of unique images based on our template system. So and they'll be made on the fly. That's why it's called Imagefly. So it says Craig says that it's now 297 or 247 now.
That's right. Yeah.
And for anybody that paid the penny, we'll take the penny off your 247, and you can pay 246.99.
I'll refund your pennies. There are. I'll tell you now, right? There are a few people that paid that price, and I've a penny because it was wrong, right? And I'm going to go in and delete those in a moment, so you won't have it for a penny.
Maury Kosh, you owe me a penny.
So you might want to go back in and repurchase. If I get your notification, I'll leave your account alone. So I've got on here what we've got. Let's have a look. Right. So there's 1, 2, 3 people that paid a penny. And the best thing of all is none of the download links work properly at the moment because the WP Vivid files are dicky. So when we finish this call tonight, I'll be redoing them.
Sure. Yeah. those are you. You're just gonna have to rename those to what you need. What you named the actual files.
Yeah,
The recognizable on the other side. Okay, so we got some activity here. So somebody says somebody wants a refund of their penny. Just purchase the right price. You owe me a penny. Yeah.
I'll make sure that all the pennies are going to be refunded. All right, don't worry.
I would have changed your price to $246.99.
Yeah, I should have done that, shouldn't I?
The penny is the down payment.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, you gotta love people. It's a good thing. Keeps us all on our heels here.
Yeah.
So yeah. Valerie's looking forward to this. It's a long-term thing too. Like this is the people that are going to be paying monthly will definitely wish they were on this call tonight, because he's going to be putting in a lot of work so he keep this up and going. Now, can I ask you, Steve? I'm going to put you on the spot here. If I am Valerie or I'm Robert, and I just want you to take my template and put all of Daryl's my fields into it from the form, would you be willing to do that on a case-by-case basis? If somebody wanted to pay you per site to just custom work, would you think of doing that?
Yeah.
For people?
I have a couple of people I work with anyway. So if you want some custom work doing, it'll be the case of I'll be honest with you, the next couple of weeks are going to be manic while me and the team get everything set up and running smoothly. All right. And just to say, the people who paid a penny, I'll give you I'll give you a cent back if you want it. Just message me, send me a support ticket, and I'll sort that out with you. So, no, super cool. I'll be very nice anyway. In a bit, I'll go into PayPal and click refund, so you get your penny back.
Oh, that's easy to do. It refunds the fee and everything. You don't have to pay anything, so it's easy to do.
When we finish, I'll do that. Don't worry. Can I say the ones that did pay a penny, right? If you have any problems with your account, can you just please make sure that you send a support ticket if you can't log in, because I'll be matching up, because there's 25 available at the moment, so once they're gone, they're gone. All right, and watch Steve lose his PayPal over a penny, lol. I'm not worried. So but or if you want me to, I'll donate you 1 cent to charity. Oh look, who said that? But it towards development. If you want your 1 penny back, drop me a ticket and support with your name and email address, right? And if you
give me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I'll put the penny in, and I'll send it to you for 26 cents.
Oh, I'm gonna kill my developer for that. I think he might have changed it back, but like anything, when you click save, it doesn't work. So
you should have had a more exciting reason. You should have said, I've been hacked by Russians. I don't know how it happened. Somebody posted my password in some billboard. And no,
that's funny.
It's a boring reason. A developer forgot to change it back.
So I had a message come in saying, are you going to be able to buy individual templates? And it's just jumped up, or have a monthly subscription. That there's going to be a monthly subscription. We are talking as well, maybe at a later time, to have for you to be able to buy them individually. Now, the original price point we were talking about, is it back to a penny again? Double check. No, it's not. I've gone in and checked.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll be getting notifications coming in right now saying
unless you did get hacked. Maybe you did get hacked. I don't know. Everybody.
No. So I'll be matching up. By the way, the ones that paid, if there's anyone who paid a penny who hasn't then upgraded to the full price, I'll know about it at the end of this call.
Well, you know what you could have done is you could have charged everybody a penny extra that didn't get in.
No. Yeah. So But coming back to there is a train of thought where we might charge $97 for each individual one. But that will be some months down the line, compared to the monthly fee. And I'm always open and honest. Monthly fee is $27 a month. So those that got in on lifetime, think about this, right? The templates that are there and the extra templates we'll be adding for you as time goes on, right, will give you that value anyway, right? Those that got on lifetime, if once there's currently, I think I've got it right. I think there's about 18 in MPP at the moment. So if you divided that, and my maths isn't great off the top of my head, by the 247, you do the maths on what each one is currently costing you, right? And I'm super lazy tonight. It's been a long day of hard work of making sure everything's working for you. So, you know, and we'll be adding more and more and more and more and more. So 2 years time, there could be 50, 60, 100 themes in there. And you guys have got them all, or you got the choice of you wait until we do the webinar in November, and that'll be $27 a month. And we delayed it for a month to give us a chance to get everything in there. Login details came in and email automatically perfect. If anyone doesn't get your login details, please drop me a message, support, and I forgot my email address off the top of my head, leadgenmagic.com. And I will respond to you. It may not be tonight because it's getting late. Check your spam folder. Someone else says I can't see who the users are, but I think you can, Daryl, can't you?
What's that? Users?
Yeah, someone said check your spam folder. We've done a lot of testing on the domain name. They shouldn't really go into your spam, but occasionally they do, especially where the system's sending out a lot of emails now to 25 people that are going to get in on this.
I only see the people on the mass page side. I don't see them on your side. But
so
and if anybody doesn't have mass page, my form, message inside the group, and I'll get you a link to that directly.
If you log into the members area at the top, there is actually a link to buy your form as well.
Oh, true, yeah.
And there's the free versions. Is it business, enterprise, and agency? Is that right?
Right. Yep.
There's also a link in there in the members area where you can get Lead Simplify and MPP, and we're going to plan on putting a few bits and pieces together myself with Daryl when we do the ongoing monthlies. So but you guys have got a great opportunity here. Like I said, you're in there now. Bear with me till tomorrow. It's been a very long day. It's nearly 11 here in the UK. So it might not be till tomorrow where I get the correct links into for the downloads. So just sleep on it overnight. I guarantee the 6 that are in there will have the proper links, and then over the next week you'll see all the others being added. So we'll end up all the ones you get in Lead Simplify and Mass Page plugin. All the templates are there. In fact, if you go to the front end of Lead, just go to leadgenmagic.com. All the templates should be there, if I remember right. Or magicpagehost.com is Mike's one where they're all there, and so you'll see all the ones we're adding. And then we'll be adding additional ones on top of that, which will not be included in MPP or Lead Simplify. So you're going to get tons more value. You're going to get my training course, which in the future, once the training course is complete, is actually going to be sold for $250 on its own to people in the future.
For your training process.
Yeah. So so you got that for value. You're going to have yourself, you can put 100 websites up on the hosting. And when I release, this is a little tip for you, right? A little secret I'll let you in on. With the Linux hosting, when that goes live, it'll be added to the members area with training with a coupon. And if you use one domain name, right, you can add up to, if I remember right, 30 sites in subfolders on that one domain name.
Yeah.
Right. So you times that by 100, you've got an awful lot of sites as well if you want to do it that way. Coming back to the question earlier, don't use multi-site with MPP because it doesn't like it. I can't remember the exact problem I had, but I had an issue, and something in MPP it didn't like. It wouldn't work. One part of it. So I like
the API key.
No, the API key is fine.
Okay.
There was something in the background I really can't remember this time what it was, but what I recommend you do is you install your main domain name, and on the Linux hosting, once I've done the training, it'll show you how to install in a subfolder a full version of WordPress again, and then you do it again and again and again. So it's a fresh install every time of WordPress, but it works brilliantly.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions about the offer? The link is in this chat. Just go through the comments. You'll see it in there a few times. We also put it into, if you're watching on YouTube, we put it into the comments on there. It's leadgenmagic.com/life-time-deal. So if you're only able to listen, that's what you need to put in. You're doing up to 25, right, Stephen?
Yeah.
You're doing 25
Yeah.
these total, and then it goes straight to the monthly plan. And there will be another webinar, right, for the monthly coming up with Mike Martin. So if you have to go monthly, if this is not within your budget tonight, that's quite all right. You could go ahead and get on that webinar. We'll announce it inside our group here, and you can go in on the monthly level at $27 a month.
Yeah.
So whatever is going to work best for you today.
If you're just joining him, it's a 1 cent deal. Oh dear! If anything's going to go wrong, it was going to be tonight. But this is why we do. This is why we invite you guys to have lifetime deals, because we can iron out the bugs over the next month before we actually fully release this in a big way. And I'll tell you now, they are the lifetime deals are selling very quickly. So I already have Magic Page hosting. Will the 100 sites be added to that? No, it's a separate. It's on similar servers, but it's a separate account that you're going to have for it. All right, and but the cool thing is that you'll be able to set them up, and it's basically the WordPress hosting is set up in the same way as MPP. So you're going to get 200. You can be able to set up 200 sites and run them. Just run with it, you know. And like I said, when I set the Linux hosting up, you can add an additional 30 under the single domain. So,
awesome.
So you know, it could go on. It's sort of like multi-site, but it isn't. It's you know, individual sites on subdomains, subdirectories of your main one. So, which is super cool. But and they are. I tell you now, they are. The lifetime is going fairly quickly. And I said, because I sent just when I did this a moment ago, I sent an email out. After that link went live to people who I know may not be able to get on straight away, telling them it's now live. So welcome on board for those that bought this right now.
Awesome. Awesome. We had some real great content this week in the boot camp. We had a great group on Friday. If you're in the boot camp, there's 25 people currently in the Magic Page boot camp. And we went off the rails on a few ideas that we're going to actually bring probably into this group, because I'm going to build a tool that will help with the idea that I had. So if you're in the group, you got kind of a preview of what we might be working on. But I'm dedicated to getting you guys the best tools for not just Magic Page plugin. That's sort of the main thing, but also we want to be able to make it so that we can output like your schema that you can put into other sites, and so that you can output the files and stuff and put that into other sites. So we want to basically be that the processor for all of your content and the storage and everything like that. So your content can be put onto whatever system that you want very easily. So some of the things that we're working on will give you different outputs based on the product. We're working with a few different products right now that are SEO products and mass page products, and that would just require the information to be exported in a different way. So we're working on that as well. So this is long term. the form that I have is here to stay, and we're going to evolve it so that it's very, very compatible with other things. But everybody's been waiting, Stephen, for your work. And I mean, if you're willing to, in a few weeks' time, to do custom work for people, I think you might get some people doing that, because if you just charge per page or something to put all of my codes into it, it might be a real time saver for people that don't know how to write the code to make all this stuff happen. So. Yeah.
I'm just looking at the numbers. I'm really pleased that people have jumped on board with this. And like I said, I'm someone that I will not offer this again at this price.
I believe you.
So if any, and I will be checking after all the payments. If I find anyone that's only paid a penny and didn't upgrade on the full price, their accounts will go, and it'll be opened up to someone else. So once they're gone, once that offer's gone, it's gone. So I know I've had a quick look through, and I know a lot of the people who've got it for 1 cent has upgraded. Thank you for being honest and doing that. Someone's saying link to offer. Do you want to repaste that form on YouTube for us?
Yep. Let's do that. And I think we'll also put in the support as well, so that people can see how to get a hold of you if they're support at leadgenmagic.com if you have any issues whatsoever. If you're just joining us and you would like to get this lifetime deal, we just put the link inside the chat. Once again, if you're in YouTube watching this live on our feed, you'll see that right in the comments section. So this is a whole kit of ongoing templates that work with my form on Mass Page Tools. It's mass.page if you're unfamiliar with it. And that will get you all of this data put into once you store it and put it in there, you will be able to put it into that site or any other site just by changing the company and changing a couple things. And because it does spin text for you, processes the images, it tags the images, it puts the optimization into them. So it really is putting in best practices for you. So that's the whole goal, is to get those best practices out there, give you the highest chances of getting those lead gen opportunities. And I think that having these templates coming every single month from Magic Page, from Mike Martin's group. If you're familiar with Magic Page plugin, obviously you are. You know that there are templates that are coming in each month. And Stephen's got the exclusive rights to redistribute these with the form fields built into them. And then you can always take it to the next level from there. That was one of the thoughts when I built the tool, was to make it so that you can make the X field so much faster, and that you can make changes across many fields all at once. And so you can do the dynamic backlinks builder. Oh, let's talk about that for a second, Stephen. The dynamic backlinks builder. Tell us what's going on with that with your template.
Well, at the moment, we haven't actually set anything up in the background, but we are planning on using your code that you've sent me, Daryl, and adding that into all the templates as we go along. And it was only something really you and I talked about earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I created some code, HTML code and CSS code, to go into the back end of, I could actually show it here. Hold on one second. And if you go in here, you'll see, do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this code goes under export templates, and we'll have this for you built in to Stephen's templates. So it'll be automatically in your WP Vivid file, just as it is in my my file for templates. And when you have that, you go into Magic Page and you get edit. And what it'll do is it'll take your information and make your dynamic backlinks builder pages. So you just go ahead and hit HTML. We have a location from New York City, and we'll hit save and export. And I showed this on Thursday, I believe. If you click on this, it'll take whatever logo you have. It'll take whatever information that you have from my form and put it into this decent template. So all of this would be filled in by other details from my form as long as you filled it in completely. These are rotating videos that change each time there's a new page. This is a logo. This is all of this text is dynamically coming from the form. So you'll be able to have this inside of your templates in Magic Page install with WP Vivid. All right. So I'm going to show that off. So how are we doing? 247 front end.
There are no OTOs, there are no upgrades. This is purely for the Templates Club lifetime. So that's all you're paying for. If you haven't already got Darryl's form, then you obviously need to buy that on top. If you need MPP, you need to buy that on top. Mass-based plugin, but otherwise, this is lifetime. This is lifetime to the Templates Club. So I don't do OTOs on it. You know, if you go into the members area, you'll see the additional things you need, which you can click on and buy if you want. But on this, I'm not on the lifetime. I'm not doing any OTOs. It's just a one-off cost, and there aren't many left, so you have to act fairly quickly. Yeah. Once they're gone, then the payment button gets deleted, and you'll go to it, and it won't work.
Craig says that he just upgraded to the 2-cent link. They're really.
What I should do is leave the button up, but just make it $1,000 lifetime.
No, you just tell them they have. That's fine. Yeah. You can pay a cent, but you just have to do it 2,470 times. So,
just to make you aware, I had a quick look through, and I noticed one person didn't pay the further 247, and so I hit a button, and the system's automatically revoked their account, and so they have to rebuy again.
That's fine.
Yeah. But everyone else, thank you.
It's written all over the site that it's 247. So it's just a technical glitch. It's like if somebody at the register, price came up differently, but the price is different. But it's not like you walked away with something, No. All right. So so Richard was saying, so you fill out Darryl's form, download Stephen's template, then upload both to WP site, and voila.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is, after the voila, is just a little bit of tweaking that you need to do. I'm going to show Stephen what I do for a schema, because I have all of the schema completed on the advanced schema setting. I can show you that. And you could incorporate this as well into everything here. But if we're inside of let's see, looking for the right site. Here we go. So if we hold on a second. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I was trying to see if I was on the right page or not. So if you go into your locations page under Magic Page, and we click on here, and we go into the advanced. No, we're using the simple schema builder. I'm sorry. If you go into here, we've added everything in, including the Xfield logo. everything from my form into here. So you have the price range just coming in now, the email address, the phone number, all of the stuff. So it fills this all in. So it's really, really simple and really easy because we're taking it right from WP Scheme, WP Vivid. All of this stuff can already be set up for you. All right. So
that's awesome.
Is there any other questions? I know this has been long, so we probably should wrap up soon, but you're probably tired too.
I think the final thing I'll say is, if for any reason the guys, the ones that did get in at a penny, if the system auto matches up your full payment to your email address. So if for any reason you do get locked out, send me a support ticket, support@leadgenmagic.com, and pop in there your receipt, and I will make sure that everything's all set up for you and fine. All right. I'll be on my emails for next half an hour till midnight, and then tomorrow when I get up, my first job in the morning is to sort out those links so that you can download the first 6.
Okay.
So it'll be about 9 a.m. UK time after I've done the school runs. I'll be straight on to it, sort those links out. So don't panic, guys. They'll be sorted. The training's going to be added in the week, and the other templates that are in MPP/Lead Simplify will be added over the next couple of weeks. So we are getting there, and I'll also do updates on the first lot with. I'll talk to you down in the week about us doing all the scheme automatically, and I'll make sure that's added in as well as we go along to the templates. Things will get better and better as we go along. Like with any beta release or anything, there are teething problems. And I appreciate all the guys that have jumped on board with this. Once the 25 are sold out, that is it. So you'll never get lifetime again. I never go back on my word, and that's how it is. So after that, you have to then get on a webinar and hope that I might be running a deal on a webinar in the future to get monthlies.
Okay. Understood. Very good. Maury was asking, do you have a travel template? What I would suggest, and I don't know if you would agree maybe, but bring that to our Thursday call, and then Mike will write it down. That's a good time to get his attention, and they'll add it in to get done by their developers. And then it'll end up in the queue for Stephen to put his fields into. So
and not only that, I am going to be in a few weeks' time creating a few generic ones. We're looking to do a premium one a month initially, while we're sort of building this up. So as time goes on and on and on and on, there'll be more and more added. So this time next year, there could be hundreds. I don't, it's all down to how many Mike adds and how many my team develop for you. The reason I did 25 lifetime licenses was to actually be able to buy more templates and to fund the developers who are helping me do this. I'll be honest, it's been a one-man band pretty much up to the last couple of weeks where I've had some people come on board and I've paid them to help me out of my own pocket. And so I want this to be a success. I want this to make your life super easy. And so you guys, how much do you pay for a template on like one of the theme stores out there? And I've seen them for $50 each.
Right.
I
mean, you think about it, if just the work that Stephen has to do, if he wants to change one thing globally, and let's say he has 100 templates, he's got to open up 100 sites, make those changes, test them, download them, put them in the group. I mean, he's working for this money. He's working for this effort to make it good. And every single time a new group of templates come out, now he's got to find out where he's going to put the fields and do all the thought process and how he wants to work with that. And let's say I come out with a new Elementor plugin that takes our form and puts it into Elementor with his things. He would be like, oh, I want to add this now. So he'll go in and update the old ones with those. So it's an ongoing process to kind of perfect these and make them the best that they can be. But the cool thing about this is that they're scalable, because if you build these sites out a month later, you want to expand them, all you have to do is add another row, grab a pre-made section in Elementor and just add to it. You can do that very simply. So you basically use my form in this template to kickstart the whole process. So you don't have that lag. Like a lot of times people have this inspiration that they want to do something, but then there's the technical drag that it takes to actually do it. And so this removes, if you follow these 8 steps that he's going to lay out for you, you'll be able to get from inspiration to having something that's ready to go for 30 days or 60 days and start to show up in the search engines. That's the whole goal, is to have an optimized site within less than an hour that anybody of any technical skill can work with, whether they're just getting started or they're going to go in and audit, go in there and tweak more. Some people might tweak less, everything. So just wanted to pass that along. Stephen,
I've done a quick count. There are 7 accounts left on Lifetime.
Wow, tremendous.
So get in, because they will go quickly. Even people seeing this after we've done the live, who see the repeat on this will jump in, and once they're all gone, the button will disappear. So or I might switch it to $1,000 for a laugh, or $2,000 or so. I don't know yet. I make it so ridiculous that no one will want to pay the money for.
1 million pennies.
Yeah. Look, I just want to say a final thing, and then obviously we're going to sign off because it's getting close to midnight for me here. Thank you for those that put your trust in me. I really do appreciate it. That the people are coming on the start of this for Lifetime. It is, I'm just so grateful to you, because these funds are seriously going to be plummeted back into the whole system, ready for when we go live with the monthlies in a month's time. And it's this whole thing's to make your life easier. Fill in Daryl's form, upload a template, job done. That's how easy it's going to become. And if you sell one of those sites for $50, right, and you do that 5 times, you've easily got your money back for what you spent on this.
Right.
So so thank you everybody. And if you have any problems with logging in, go to send me a support email. I'll be happy. I may not get to it tonight. It might be in the morning, UK time, 9 a.m. And since I'm back from the school run, I will reply to you tomorrow and go through any support tickets. And then tomorrow I'll update all those URLs so that they work properly with WP Vivid, and I'll test that again. We get these little bugs every so often, but over the coming few weeks, you'll see more and more of the templates being added, and more content and training and all sorts. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me on this.
Sure thing. All right. Thank you, Stephen. It was a long one tonight. Thank you guys for hanging in with us. A little over 2 hours. And for those that purchased, thank you for your support on this project. Yeah. And if anybody needs to upgrade to get more from their form, get in touch with me. And we will be on the live call on Thursday. And I think I'll have some updates for you before then. I'll jump on some videos and send them through the
Facebook
page. So, well, I think that's it. Well, thank you guys. And we will be talking with you next time. Thank you. Good night.